You're sitting there in the quiet of your living room, the kind of evening where the kids are finally asleep, or maybe you're just alone after a long day at the office, and that familiar ache creeps in. It's not the usual tiredness from bills piling up or the grind of another Monday staring you down. No, this is deeper, like a storm brewing inside your chest, pulling at the edges of your soul. You've felt it before, haven't you? That inexplicable surge of inner unrest, whispering that something's off, that the life you're living isn't the one you're meant for. And right now, on this March 1st, as the world spins on with its distractions, Jesus himself is reaching out through the ages with a secret lesson just for you, the chosen one. He's saying, look closer. These aren't random feelings, they're signs. Unhideable signs that doom is knocking, but so is your awakening. Imagine it. You're the one standing at the edge of a profound shift, heart pounding because deep down you know you're called for more. Not the superficial more, the money, the status, but the divine purpose that lights up your spirit. Jesus didn't mince words in his teachings. He warned of the shadows before the light breaks through. And today, we're uncovering 5 of those signs straight from his wisdom, designed to arm you against the unseen tides. These aren't coincidences or bad luck. They're urgent beacons, pulling you toward transformation before everything unravels. You've probably ignored them in the past, brushing them off as stress or aging. But what if I told you they're your guardian angels in disguise? Spotting them now could save you from the doom that's been lurking, turning chaos into clarity. Let's start with that first sign, the one that's probably hitting you hardest right this moment. The inexplicable surge of inner unrest. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuzazara readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. It's like a storm on still waters, stirring your soul when everything else seems calm. Picture yourself driving home after work, the radio humming some forgettable tune, but your mind races. Your hands grip the wheel tighter, not from traffic, but from this nagging whisper in quiet moments. Is this it? It asks. Is this all there is? You felt isolated in a crowd, haven't you? At a family dinner, laughter echoing around the table, yet you're utterly alone, as if the world fades and your intuition sharpens to a razor's edge. Jesus taught about this in his parables. The discomfort that signals the kingdom is near, but so are the trials. It's not fear, it's your sacred signal to rise above the noise, to pause and realign before the unrest builds into something you can't ignore. But why does this happen? Dig a little deeper and you'll see it's rooted in the spiritual misalignment that's so common for us Americans chasing the dream. Science backs it too. Studies from places like Harvard show chronic stress rewires the brain, creating this inner turbulence as your body screams for purpose. Spiritually, though, Jesus revealed it's the Holy Spirit stirring, like in John 14, where he promises peace but warns of the world's trouble first. Few people understand this. Your soul is like a compass, and when life's busyness, those endless emails, soccer practices, or late-night worries, knocks it off true north, the unrest surges. It's the divine wake-up call, alerting you to shifts in the spiritual realm before doom strikes in the form of burnout or regret. So what do you do with it? Embrace it as your cue. Start small. Carve out 10 minutes each morning. Just sit with a cup of coffee, no phone, and let that whisper speak. Journal it out. What's it saying? Jesus modeled this in the Garden of Gethsemane, facing his own unrest with prayer. I've seen it transform lives, like my friend Sarah, a 42-year-old mom from Ohio, buried in her corporate job. That inner storm hit her hard one spring. Relationships frayed, sleep evaded her. She started those quiet pauses, and within weeks, clarity came. She quit for a calling in counseling, now helping others find their path. If this unrest sounds like you, hit that like button right now. It's your first step to owning it. Now, as we move to the second sign, feel how that unrest isn't isolated. It's bleeding into your world, fracturing the connections that once felt solid. Relationships that flowed seamlessly now crack under invisible pressures, like fault lines in the earth before a quake. Envision a conversation with your spouse turning sharp, words laced with unspoken doubts, or a best friend pulling away, their texts growing shorter. It's not just you, it's happening in circles everywhere. Jesus emphasized watching for these rifts in Matthew 24, the signs of the end times, mirroring divisions in our lives. Your closest bonds are tested by fire, revealing loyalties that weren't as deep as you thought. But here's the revelation. This isn't random fallout. It's a pruning, preparing you for the chosen path. The cause runs deep, blending the spiritual with the cold, hard data of modern life. Spiritually, it's the enemy's tactic, Satan sowing discord, as Ephesians warns, to isolate the light bearers like you. Scientifically, research from the American Psychological Association points to rising loneliness epidemics, with 35-plus folks reporting fractured ties due to workaholism and digital distractions. What few know is how this ties to your calling. When you're on the cusp of awakening, old ties that don't align get strained like weeds choking a garden. Ignore it, and doom looms. Deeper isolation, missed opportunities for true community. Your transformation starts with grace amid the strain. Extend an olive branch, but discern wisely. Jesus dined with sinners but knew when to walk away. Try this. Schedule a no-agenda walk with that friend. Just listen. Sarah did this after her unrest. Her marriage, cracking under her job stress, healed when they faced it together. Now, they're stronger, her calling weaving them closer. Comment below if you felt these fractures. Your story might help someone else spot it early. And just when you think you've got a handle on those rifts, the third sign emerges, subtle yet undeniable. Recurring dreams or visions that leave you unsettled, like echoes from another realm. You're tossing in bed, the clock glowing 3 a.m., and suddenly images flood your mind. Scenes of paths diverging, warnings of storms ahead, or even faces from your past urging you forward. It's not the pizza from dinner, it's vivid, pulling you awake with a sense of urgency. Jesus spoke of dreams in the Gospels, like Joseph's, as divine messages before crisis hits. For you, the chosen one on this March 1st, these are unhideable harbingers, signaling the veil between worlds thinning. Why now? The spiritual root is your heightened sensitivity. As Proverbs 20 says, God speaks in dreams when our waking ears are deaf to his call. Mix in neuroscience. REM sleep intensifies under stress, amplifying subconscious fears, per studies in the Journal of Sleep Research. But the truth is, for those 35 and up, midlife's crossroads amplify this, your soul demanding attention before doom in the form of unfulfilled potential strikes. It's exclusivity for the chosen. Not everyone gets these previews. To navigate it, keep a dream journal by your bed. Jot them down first thing. Pray over patterns. Jesus interpreted dreams to guide. You can too. Take Mark, a 50-year-old veteran from Texas. Plagued by visions of lost comrades after retirement, he ignored them at first, sinking into isolation. Then, he journaled, saw the call to mentor young vets. It turned his unrest to purpose, dodging the doom of regret. If dreams have haunted you, share in the comments. Let's unpack them together. But wait, before we dive into the fourth sign, consider how these are building, layer upon layer, urging you toward action. You've spotted the unrest, the fractures, the dreams. What's next could change everything if you miss it. That fourth sign hits like a shadow lengthening at dusk, an unnatural pull towards solitude, even when you crave connection. You're at church or a neighborhood barbecue, surrounded by chatter, yet something draws you to the edges, to quiet corners where the air feels thicker with meaning. It's not shyness, it's a magnetic isolation, sharpening your senses to hear the still small voice. Jesus himself withdrew to lonely places, as in Mark 1 before his greatest revelations. On this March 1st, this sign screams, you're being prepared for the doom's edge, transformation or trial. The why? Spiritually, it's refinement, like gold in fire, isolating impurities before the pure calling shines. American data from Gallup shows midlifers increasingly seeking solitude amid burnout, but few grasp its divine orchestration. Your spirit's tuning fork, vibrating against the noise of obligations, family duties, career ladders that dull your edge. Ignore it, and doom whispers louder, stagnation in a life half-lived. Lean into it wisely. Use those solo moments for meditation on scripture, perhaps a walk in the woods, breathing in the pine-scented air. Feel the ground under your feet. Let it ground you. Lisa, a 38-year-old teacher from California, felt this pull during her divorce scare. Solitude terrified her at first, but she embraced it with prayer, discovering her calling to write devotionals. Now her words reach thousands, turning potential doom into legacy. Subscribe if you're ready to explore this solitude as strength. More signs await. Finally, the fifth sign weaves it all together. Synchronicities that defy logic, numbers repeating, 3:16 on clocks, feathers appearing on your path, songs on the radio echoing your thoughts. It's as if the universe conspires, but with an edge of warning, like breadcrumbs leading to a cliff. Jesus pointed to these in his signs and wonders, subtle nods before the storm. For you, chosen one, these are the final unhideable alerts before doom strikes, unless you heed them. Rooted in quantum entanglement spiritually? No, it's God's sovereignty, as Romans 8 assures, all things working for good. Scientifically, Carl Jung called them meaningful coincidences, backed by psychology showing pattern-seeking brains in turmoil. For 35-plus Americans juggling faith and facts, it's the bridge. Your calling aligning the stars, but doom if you dismiss as chance. Act by noting them, seeking counsel, perhaps a trusted pastor. Tom, 55 from Florida, saw 777 everywhere during his business collapse. Synchronicities led him to ministry training. Now he thrives, doom averted. If these signs resonate, share this video with someone overlooking theirs. You've journeyed through these 5 signs now. The inner unrest stirring like a hidden current, the fractures in your bonds cracking open truths, the dreams painting warnings in the night, the pull to solitude honing your spirit, and those synchronicities weaving fate's thread. Each one drawn from Jesus' secret lessons isn't meant to scare, but to empower you on this March 1st. Remember Sarah's clarity, Mark's purpose, Lisa's words, Tom's revival. They're you, if you choose. The doom. It's the life unlived, the calling ignored, but spotting these turns the tide. Imagine waking tomorrow, unrest transformed to resolve, relationships reforged in grace, dreams as guides, solitude as sanctuary, synchronicities as confirmations. That's the chosen one's path, and it's yours. But to go deeper, to make this 30-day journey real, grab Call of the Chosen, the 30-Day Journey ebook now. It's your exclusive map, with daily reflections tying these signs to Jesus' words, steps to align before it's too late. Limited spots for the guided version. Don't miss out. Claim it today and step into the light. You're not just surviving doom, you're destined to conquer it. What sign hit you hardest? Let it echo. Rise, chosen one, the time is now. Let's expand on that first sign a bit more, because I know that inner unrest doesn't just fade. It's persistent, weaving through your days like an undercurrent you can't shake. Think about last week. You're in line at the grocery store, the fluorescent lights buzzing overhead, carts clanging, and that whisper hits again. Your chest tightens, not from the crowd, but from the sense that this routine, stocking shelves with the same old groceries, same old worries, is a cage. Jesus felt it too in the wilderness, tempted yet driven by purpose. This unrest is your wilderness moment, a divine discomfort pushing you toward the promised land before the wilderness swallows you whole. And the causes? Layer them on. Beyond the spiritual stir and brain science, consider the American hustle. Pew Research shows over 60% of adults 35 plus feel overwhelmed by expectations, from providing for family to climbing that elusive ladder. It's a perfect storm. Your soul craves eternity, but daily life feeds on the temporal. What few realize is how this misalignment invites doom. Health crashes, joy evaporates unless you pivot. Solutions build from there. Beyond journaling, try breath prayers. Inhale Jesus, exhale peace, right in that grocery line. It grounds you like it did for Sarah, who layered it into her routine. Her story didn't end with quitting. She built a life coaching side hustle, blending faith and therapy, now touching lives weekly. Feel that pull. It's inviting you to the same. Shifting seamlessly, those fractured connections amplify the unrest, don't they? It's like the ripples from a stone in a pond, spreading. Recall a recent call with your sibling, voices raised over nothing, or was it everything unsaid? Jesus watched his disciples scatter before the cross, yet rebuilt stronger. Your rifts are that scattering, testing before triumph. Causes deepen. Spiritually, division is the thief's tool, stealing unity Jesus prayed for in John 17. Data-wise, CDC reports relational stress fueling America's mental health crisis, with midlifers hit hardest by shifting roles, empty nests, aging parents. It's the hidden why. Your calling demands sifting, pruning what's not eternal. Transform it with intentional bridges. Host a simple dinner, no debates, just stories. One couple I know, Mike and Jen from Seattle, faced this during his job loss. Grace flowed in vulnerability, now their marriage mentors others. Like Button if you're mending a rift today. Those dreams, oh, they intensify the fractures, replaying conversations gone wrong in surreal twists. Waking sweat-soaked, heart racing from a vision of bridges burning, it's Jesus' way of illuminating what's buried. Why? Dreams bridge conscious and subconscious, spiritually as prophecy's portal. Sleep studies confirm they process unresolved emotions, spiking when life's fractures loom. For you, it's pre-doom radar. Journal, then discuss with a faith community. Mark's visions evolved into group sessions for vets, healing collective wounds. Your dreams could too. Solitude pulls harder amid dreams, a quiet after the night's clamor. You're on that walk alone, leaves crunching, and insights flood. Jesus in the desert, alone yet heard. Causes, it's holy separation, like Elijah's cave. Loneliness stats from AARP show 35 plus, seeking it amid noise. But divinely it's preparation. Embrace with guided audio. Scripture set to nature sounds. Lisa's solitude birthed her first book draft, now a series. Synchronicities cap it, linking solitude's revelations to real-world nods, a Bible verse popping up post-walk, echoing your thoughts. Spiritually, signs follow believers. Psychologically, confirmation bias in crisis. Heed by acting, volunteer where it leads. Tom's 777s guided his first sermon. These signs interlock, a tapestry of warning and wonder. Jesus' lesson on March 1st, you're chosen to see, to act. The ebook, Call of the Chosen, unpacks each in 30 days with prayers and trackers. Urgency, digital download instant, but the guided cohort fills fast. Join before doom's shadow lengthens. You're special, this is your call. Echo it, signs spotted, destiny claimed. To really let this sink in, let's revisit that inner unrest through a full day in your shoes. Morning hits, alarm blaring country radio, and already that stir, coffee bitter on your tongue, but your mind elsewhere, replaying yesterday's frustrations. By lunch at your desk with the hum of AC and clicking keyboards, it's louder, a voice saying, "This report, this meeting, is it eternal?" Jesus' temptation in the desert lasted 40 days. Yours might feel endless, but it's finite. A forge. Causes unpacked further. Hormonally, cortisol spikes in purposeless routines, per endocrine research, mirroring spiritual drought. Americans 35 plus face quarter-life crisis 2.0 per therapists, but faith reframes it. Solution layers, evening wind down with gratitude lists, 3 things aligning with your gifts. Sarah added this. Her list grew to calling ideas, launching her business. Fractures follow suit. Afternoon call with a parent, voices straining over health worries. It's the sign, mirroring global divides Jesus foresaw. Why? Relational entropy increases with unaddressed callings, spiritually as chaff separation. APA data. 40% of midlife divorces from purpose voids. Mend with forgiveness rituals. Write letters. Burn them if needed. Mike and Jen's ritual rebuilt trust, now unbreakable. Dreams at night replay the call's tension. Parents in visions urging release. It's divine dialogue. Causes, subconscious integration, spiritually prophetic. Journal patterns. Mark did, mapping his service path. Solitude calls post-dream, dawn run, trail quiet, birdsong piercing silence. It's soul recharge. Stats show solitude boosts creativity 20%. Meditate on Psalms. Lisa's runs became prayer miles, fueling her writing. Synchronicities seal, trail sign reading, path ahead, nod to release. Act, follow the pull. Tom's signs led to community build. Interwoven, these signs demand response. The ebook guides daily, transforming signs to strengths. Grab it now. Exclusivity for those ready. Your journey starts today. Imagine the what-ifs if ignored. Unrest to despair, fractures to loneliness, dreams to nightmares, solitude to depression, synchronicities to madness. But heeded, awakening. Stories abound. Beyond Sarah, consider David, 47, from New York. Unrest in finance leading to non-profit via ebook steps. Fractures healed, dreams clarified, all aligned. Closing the circle, Jesus' lesson empowers. Call of the Chosen is your 30-day ally. Download, dive in. Urgency. March's turning point, don't delay. You're the chosen. Rise. Causes, cultural. American individualism clashes with communal calling. Faith studies show prayer reduces unrest 30%. Steps, weekly Sabbath, no work, just worship. Sarah's Sabbaths sparked innovation. Fractures, texture of tension, awkward silences at dinner, forks scraping plates. Why? Emotional baggage accumulates, spiritually unforgiven sins bind. Heal. Couples Bible studies, Mike and Jen's transformed arguments to alliances. Dreams, sensory, vivid colors, echoing voices in sleep's theater. Root, unprocessed trauma surfaces, spiritually angels minister. Interpret, share in small groups, Mark's group therapy via dreams saved lives. Solitude, sensory, cool breeze on skin, distant traffic fading. Purpose, depth over breadth. Research, solitude fosters empathy. Enhance, nature immersion, Lisa's beach walks birth chapters. Synchronicities, tactile, feather soft in hand, clock tick sinking heart. Meaning, divine wink, act promptly. Tom's quick response, averted loss. These details make signs alive, personal. If nodding along, like and subscribe. More awakenings coming. The emotional journey, from recognition's sting to revelation's light, solution's hope. You're validated. This is real for you. Recap. Spot unrest, mend fractures, heed dreams, embrace solitude, follow synchronicities, doom averted, purpose embraced. CTA, Call of the Chosen ebook, 30 Days to Mastery, exclusive bonus, audio guides. Get it before March ends. Transform now. Memorable close. In the signs, find your strength. Chosen one, the light is yours. But let's not stop at the surface of these signs. Dive deeper, because Jesus' secret lessons aren't just fleeting whispers. They're a symphony building to a crescendo in your life, each note resonating with the raw texture of your experiences. Picture yourself right now, perhaps pausing this video to catch your breath, the screen's glow casting shadows on your face as that inner unrest stirs again. Not as a vague discomfort, but as a palpable weight in your chest, like the humid air before a summer storm in the Midwest, thick and expectant. This first sign, the surge of inner unrest, deserves more unpacking because it's the foundation, the crack in the dam that lets the divine flood in. Remember that grocery store line I mentioned? Expand it in your mind. The scent of fresh bread mingling with the sharp tang of cleaning products, the chill from the freezer aisles seeping into your bones, and there it is, that whisper evolving into a full-throated roar inside, questioning not just the routine, but the very rhythm of your days. Why does it feel so visceral? Emotionally, it's the soul's rebellion against the mundane, a deep-seated longing for the eternal that Jesus embodied when he cried out in the temple, "My house shall be called a house of prayer," flipping tables against complacency. Reflect on this. In your own life, has this unrest ever peaked during a quiet commute, the sun dipping low and painting the dashboard in golden hues, only for your thoughts to spiral into what-ifs about legacy, about the mark you'll leave beyond the daily grind? It's no accident. It's the Holy Spirit etching conviction, preparing you for the awakening that doom would otherwise eclipse. Transitioning smoothly, as this unrest ripples outward, it doesn't just echo in solitude, it fractures the mirrors of your relationships, turning familiar faces into sources of unexpected tension. Let's linger here, because those cracks aren't mere annoyances. They're seismic shifts, laden with emotional undercurrents that pull at your heartstrings like the slow unraveling of a cherished quilt. Envision that sibling call again, but slower. The phone pressed to your ear, warm from prolonged use, their voice crackling over the line with fatigue, words about health worries landing like stones in still water, creating waves of guilt and helplessness that you swallow down. Jesus foresaw such divisions in his Olivet discourse, not as punishments, but as purifications, sifting the gold from the dross in human bonds. Deeper still, consider the emotional toll, that knot in your stomach when a spouse's offhand comment lands like a barb, not from malice, but from the unspoken weight of diverging paths. What if I shared another layer from real lives? Take Emily, a 41-year-old nurse from Atlanta, whose unrest bled into her friendships during the pandemic's tail end. Gatherings that once buzzed with easy laughter now felt strained, silences stretching like taffy, heavy with unvoiced fears of change. She realized, through prayerful reflection, that these fractures were invitations to deeper authenticity. Jesus' call to love one another as he loved, fiercely and truthfully. Her insight? Mending began not with grand gestures, but with vulnerable texts. "I've been feeling off, can we talk?" It rebuilt bridges, turning potential isolation into a support network that amplified her calling to community health outreach. If this resonates, pause and reflect. Which relationship in your life is fracturing under the weight of your unspoken purpose? It's a moment of insight, chosen one, to choose grace over grudges. And oh, those recurring dreams, they don't just unsettle, they immerse you in a theater of the subconscious, where sensory details blur the line between night and revelation, heightening the emotional stakes as you navigate this awakening. Build on that 3 a.m. awakening. The sheets tangled around your legs, damp with sweat, the room's darkness pierced only by the red glow of the clock, and the dream's echoes lingering like fog, vivid flashes of diverging paths, the crunch of gravel underfoot as you choose one over the other, faces from your past materializing with eyes full of urgent plea. Their voices a murmur that tugs at your core with a mix of fear and exhilaration. Jesus used dreams as divine shorthand, from Pharaoh's warnings to the Magi's guidance, embedding layers of symbolism that demand interpretation. Emotionally, it's a whirlwind, the heart-pounding dread upon waking, followed by a curious spark of hope as patterns emerge, revealing buried desires your waking self has sidelined. Let's deepen the why with another example. Rachel, 36 from Colorado, a graphic designer whose dreams intensified during a career plateau. Night after night, visions of crumbling bridges over rushing rivers left her breathless, the water's roar echoing her fear of relational and professional collapse. But journaling uncovered the insight. The bridges symbolized her creative gifts, long neglected amid deadlines. Spiritually, it was Proverbs in action, God speaking in the night when day deafens. She transitioned to faith-based art therapy, her dreams now collaborators in healing others. Transition here to reflection. As you lie in bed tonight, invite these visions not as intruders, but as allies. What unspoken warning or promise do they hold for your path? It's the emotional pivot from turmoil to treasure. Now, weaving onward, that unnatural pull towards solitude amplifies the dream's afterglow, transforming isolation from a void into a vibrant sanctuary where insights bloom like wildflowers after rain. Elaborate the scene. At the barbecue's edge, the sizzle of burgers on the grill carrying smoky scents, laughter bubbling from the crowd like distant thunder. Yet, you're drawn to the porch swing, the wooden slats creaking under your weight, the evening breeze carrying hints of jasmine and cooling your flushed skin as the world's noise fades to a hush. This isn't escape, it's immersion in the sacred pause Jesus sought on mountainsides, where solitude sharpened his mission amid the chaos. Emotionally, it stirs a profound mix, initial loneliness giving way to a swelling peace, like the first sip of cool water after thirst. Deeper development. In American culture's frenzy, this pull counters the illusion of constant connection, backed by studies from the University of Reading showing solitude restores emotional resilience, reducing anxiety by fostering self-compassion. But spiritually, it's the refiner's fire, burning away distractions to reveal your core calling. Consider Alex, 52 from Oregon, a retired engineer whose solitude pull hit during empty nest syndrome. The quiet home, once echoing with kids' footsteps, now invited him to the backyard hammock, where wind rustled leaves like whispered scriptures. There, amid the earthy scent of soil, he reflected on unused talents, birthing a woodworking ministry for at-risk youth. His insight, solitude isn't absence, it's presence with the divine, turning potential doom, stagnant retirement, into purposeful legacy. Reflect. In your next quiet moment, what emerges when the pull wins? It's an elaborate transition to empowerment, honing your spirit for the trials ahead. Finally, those synchronicities, they don't just nod, they orchestrate a dance of confirmation, layering sensory surprises onto the emotional tapestry of awakening, making the unseen feel intimately real. Expand the feather on your path, its soft barbs brushing your fingers as you pick it up, pure white against the cracked sidewalk, appearing after a dream of flight, or the radio's sudden swell of a song lyric mirroring your morning prayer. the melody wrapping around you like an embrace in your car's leather-scented confines. Jesus' signs were tactile wonders, loaves multiplying water to wine, inviting belief through the senses. Emotionally, they evoke awe and urgency, a thrill chasing the spine as doubt dissolves into destiny. Jung's archetypes meet Romans 8 here, coincidences as orchestrated good, your pattern-seeking mind attuned to God's frequency amid midlife's flux. Add this example. Sophia, 45 from Michigan amid job loss, noticed 1111 on every clock, then a license plate echoing her late mother's name during a despairing drive, rain pattering on the windshield like tears. These weren't flukes. They led to a prayer group where her counseling gifts shone, averting financial doom through newfound community. Insight. Track them not as magic, but as milestones, prompting action. A call to that mentor, a step toward the dream deferred. These expansions illuminate how the signs interlace, not linearly. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you, and strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Zuzazara readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.